2:55 p.m. on the Sunday afternoon, April 12th, 2026. Yeah, I'm having to resort back to using the Canon camera, as I have 4 videos that are uploading, and I have to keep the phone, of course, plugged into the power cord. So, oh hey, see, it just never fails, you know. Cloudy skies or not, sunny skies or not, the activities continue, right? I just happen to get lucky in recording this. So, well, otherwise it's actually a nice day. This is actually pumping out a lot of heat without it being really overly warm out here. And forgive me, I don't have a pause on this as far as I know, so I'm going to make this pretty much as continuous as possible, and making sure that we are not recording anybody, because there is activity that's kicking off alongside. But so because of the weather conditions, if you will, with our warming temperatures, we are to have precipitation. Now, something else that's already fading away back here, but we've got this narrative that's kicking off around here that we are to be experiencing humidity, otherwise the air is to get very muggy. Now they're still talking about us only being in the 70s, and typically our humidity scenarios takes place with temperatures over 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, but yet they are talking already of humidity. Well, I just showed you an example of how our humidity comes about, which again is how all the clouds come about. Okay, so that's my little bit of information, or opinionated information, if you will, pertaining to that. Now I'm going to try to make this walk as quick as possible, even though wow, here we go. Here's some nice waves up here. I remember this is a new term, a meteorological term that they have been using pertaining to waves. All right. I'm going to take a little stroll on down here. This road, or subdivision, of course, it's called Hidden Ponds. And I have actually, now this is on the other side of the property, the apartment complex and this road, okay, and which I've actually shown in past content, recent past content, the divider fencing. Now this is a relatively nice subdivision, and I apologize for any bouncing around and whatnot, But this is a very nice subdivision, more or less upper middle class people, or at least upper class stuff. Well, middle class, upper class, and who knows, possibly even more than that, I don't know. A lot of our area here is, well, Michigan is filling up with non-Michiganders, okay? This is an outsourcing state, and there has been quite a lot of an increase in population from other states and even other countries. And of course, you know, the powers that be. Okay, right over here. Okay, this is where I have walked out, and I did a video back in here to where I found the deer carcass and all that. Okay, so that's where I was with that. But anyways, yeah, a lot of outsourcing of corporate powers that have come in.
Howdy.
Hey, how you doing?
Live around here?
What's that?
Y'all live around here?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Where do you live?
Over here.
Oh, I got you. Okay. All right. We just do neighborhood watch. I didn't recognize you.
Oh, yeah, pathetic program.
All right. Carry on.
Yeah, nosy people, I'm telling you what. See, that's the problem with today's people, if you will, you know? And because I am out here recording, walking around, oh, stranger danger, you know? How ridiculous, you know? Pathetic. People are so bloody pathetic. And why? Well, because there is this narrative that our government and so on have programmed us to be, you know? And it's just like what's going on in many countries, to where the people are trying to be sovereign and actually trying to be sovereign against their own governments, but they are deemed with names such as terrorists and so on and so forth. Okay, so we got a field back here. This is a turnaround right here. Hey, we got us a couple of geese. Oh, we got us some dragonflies out here. I like dragonflies. And these might be the geese from, forgive me, I cannot see this very tiny screen, but these might be the two geese that fly over to the pond that I've been recording. So we'll go ahead and continue on with what we've got going on. Yeah, that guy's lucky that I didn't throw my camera right in his face, make him look like a fool. Oh, I could have had a nice little discussion with him, you know, somebody trying to play cop, you know, and that's the problem. Oh yeah, community watch. No, it's all about community spying, you know. Why do these people jump in to these programs? To cover their own butts, right? Because more than likely they are doing something wrong. Silent observer and all that crap. Oh yeah, you are not a silent observer if you're reporting this, that, and the other thing to the cops. And that's the problem. At least the guy had, you know, enough gumption to actually stop and inquire instead of trying to report, oh, a suspicious looking character walking around with a small pocket-sized camera recording. Oh, he's a terrorist. Oh, he's marking out locations. Oh my God. You know? And of course, it's all, once again, as you can see these houses around here, we're talking people that are well off and they can't even trust their own damn neighbors. Oh, we gotta have neighborhood watch. We gotta have silent observer. You know? I'm out here minding my own damn business, and no sooner than I get walking down the road, I got some fool idiot that's trying to investigate, playing cop. And people, you know, like I said, at least he had the gumption to stop and inquire, because most people can't even handle their own problems anymore. No, they got to get other third parties involved, such as the cops. You know, pathetic. You know, if people are that goddamn worried, move to where you can be completely secluded. You know, but look at these vehicles around here. They're all very nice vehicles. Of course, this guy knew exactly where I was from, and I can hear, oh yeah, we've got more signs of activity that has occurred up overhead. But yeah, I'm hearing sounds. Boy, if that doesn't look like an old-fashioned thunderhead, right? You know, I got the right to walk wherever the hell I want to walk, and nobody has the right to question me about it. Yeah, hidden ponds. No, it's not the ponds that are hidden, it's these people that are trying to hide. And the thing is, a lot of these people around here know me from years back because we have had direct interactions through my past employment. And remember, people, I've worn a lot of hats in my life. A lot of, oh, okay, so this is yet another turnaround right here. And I'm not going to go any further because of that. So we'll go ahead and turn back around, and I don't want to get anybody's license plates. So look at the sky as I'm talking. I'm going to end this right directly because, well, I've ranted long enough, thanks to Mr. Nosey. And, well, there's not anything else to show. I could continue ranting, seeing as how he put me in that mode of an attitude. Okay, up here we got, yeah, right in this clearing right here, we can see example of yet another one up in here. Wow. Yeah, and I hit my legs pretty darn good. Oh yeah, there we go. See? Look at that one. And I cannot dim this down, so we got two right there, as well as this one that I just showed, this past one. So yeah, got a lot kicking off here. Oh yeah, two of them going simultaneously, almost side by side. Whew. Yeah, my legs are a little bit wobbly from today's workout. I tell you what, I am just surrounded by idiots and fools. Nosy neighbors. You know, that's a pretty good song. You can find that on YouTube. In fact, there's a lot of good songs about neighbors that can be found on YouTube. And I used to have a nice little playlist of those songs back when there was a major scale conspiracy against me and involving many third parties, I guess. Why not? Oh. All right. So we are getting closer to where we originally began. I think I've recorded enough, long enough. I'm actually starting to beat up with a little bit of sweat underneath my baseball cap. I'm wearing, well, here, alright, okay, just a quick look, and yeah, and I am still in the weight gain process, okay. Oh, we got another one that's flying up here. Yeah, yeah, just always. And yeah, we are once again almost to the entrance of this subdivision, or I don't know what else to call it. My brain's not wanting to work. And you know, yeah. Oh, once again, that guy's lucky I didn't record him. You know, I don't like to record people. People are idiots. And you know, I've got a couple that's watching me right now from across the street. And they were watching me as I walked down here. More likely, you know, and I know who these are. And again, these are the so-called do-gooders of the community, right? Yeah, they're the ones that have the rubber necks and long noses. They like to stick their noses in other people's business. That's why I cannot stand this village any longer. And so many people have come in from the cities, and so they expect that life in the country is no different than in the city. And of course, in the city you have major trust issues. You don't socialize with your neighbors all that much. Yeah. So much stupidity anymore. Well, that guy just really set me on fire. And well, I guess it's just another Sunday sermon, right? For anyone that cares to watch or has watched. So we shall go ahead and end this. Thank you for watching. If you have watched, it's greatly appreciated. On that note, take care. Have a great one. Skywise out.